The U.S. has suspended processing all immigration requests from Afghans after an Afghan man was identified as the suspect in the shooting of two National Guard soldiers near the White House. This as President Trump called for a review of all Afghan migrants. The shooting suspect has been identified as Rahmanullah Lakanwal, a 29-year-old Afghan national from Washington state. He carried out the attack near Farragut Square, a busy lunch spot for office workers just blocks away from the White House. The incident prompted a lockdown of the White House.
The Department of Homeland Security is confident that the suspect in custody is a foreigner who entered our country from Afghanistan, a hellhole on earth. He was flown in by the Biden administration in September 2021. We must now re-examine every single alien who has entered our country from Afghanistan under Biden. This heinous assault was an act of evil, an act of hatred, and an act of terror. It was a crime against our entire nation. It was a crime against humanity.
CIA Director John Ratcliffe, speaking to Fox News, blamed the Biden administration for allowing the suspect into the country. He said this was done during the disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan. The suspect was allowed to enter, citing his prior work with the U.S. government, including the CIA, as a member of a partner force in Kandahar. As the news of the shooting incident gained traction on the internet, unconfirmed details of the suspect's Facebook account containing his personal photographs and his LinkedIn account, which has over 1,000 followers and more than 500 connections, began circulating. His alleged profile page claims that he has over 11 years of experience as a humanitarian aid worker, dedicated to providing critical assistance to communities in crisis in Afghanistan. Meanwhile, following President Trump's directive in the aftermath of the shooting incident, the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services of the Department of Homeland Security halted processing of immigration requests related to Afghan nationals pending further review, security, and vetting protocols. According to reports, around 100,000 Afghan refugees were settled under a rehabilitation program in the United States and Canada after the United States withdrew its troops from Afghanistan back in 2021. According to reports, the UK resettled 4,500 vulnerable Afghans in Britain as a protective measure. It was also reported earlier that the British Ministry of Defence accidentally exposed the identities of over 18,000 Afghans who worked with the UK before the Taliban takeover. According to the UNHRC, neighboring Pakistan, which already had an Afghan population of around 3.5 million, accepted around 700,000 refugees following the Taliban takeover.